Today we are going to see the early life of Neslihan. Plus, we will also see 7 of the best series in which Neslihan Atagul has worked. And I will try my best to tell you the story of these shows and how much successful they were. Starting with the birth and family of Neslihan. The Turkish actress Neslihan Atagul was born on 20th August 1992 in Istanbul and grew up with her brother there. Yes, Neslihan also has a brother whose name is İlkay Atagul. Before she started her acting career, her father was just a driver and her mother a housewife. Her father name is Yasir Sena Atagul and her mother name is unknown. She is currently married to Kadir Dogulu. Both Neslihan and Kadir Dogulu were married in 2016. Now let's see Neslihan's backstory. Actually, Neslihan was born to be an actress. She told in one of her interviews that she was just 8 years old when she decided that she will pursue acting as her career. And just at the age of 13, she found the number for the Urberg agency and went with her mother to register for an acting role. And just after a month later, she got her first acting role in a commercial as a child actress. Career life. In 2006, she made her acting debut in the film Ilk Ask, where we see her playing the role of Bahar, for which she won the first prize of her career as promising young actress. There is no doubt that Neslihan Atagul is one of those Turkish actresses who became famous just after their first acting role. Shortly after playing the role of Bahar, she got a role in the series Yaprak Dokumu, which was based on the novel of the same name, where we see her playing the role of Deniz Basoy, which was of course a side role. And from hereafter, her acting career started to boost. Now let's see her dramas. Her first lead role, in 2011, in a Turkish series, Canim Babam, where we see her playing the role of Pinar. This was a comedy Turkish series and was all about the adventures of a loving father and his children. In the same year, she got another lead role in the Turkish series, Hayat Devam Ediyor. The story of Hayat Devam Ediyor is about Ismail, who has 4 children from Kudret, who are forcibly married, and had 3 children from Senate. As Ismail was no longer making any money, so he decided to immigrate to Istanbul with the support of his son Sayrak and his daughter Zliha. Meanwhile, the middle-aged daughter of the family lives love secretly with Kerem, the son of one of the oldest families in the region. Later in 2013, she portrayed the role of Neriman Solmaz in the series Fatih Harbiye. Fatih Harbiye is a story of a young girl named Neriman who lives with her father. She has been raised with conservative values. She never goes out without permission of her aunt or father. She never wears modern clothes, and she never objects her elders' will. In this moderate and conservative life, Neriman reflects all her dreams in the pictures that she draws. In this story, you will explore the conflicts experienced by a young girl between Eastern and Western ideas. In the drama, Fatih region represents Eastern lifestyle, traditional and conservative, whereas Harbiye region represents Western lifestyle, modern, and that's why the series is called Fatih Harbiye. Later in the year 2015 till 2017, we see Neslihan in the super hit Turkish series Kara Sevda, where we see Neslihan Atagul along with Burak Ozivit. Actually, Kara Sevda is a story of Kemal, Burak Ozivit, who is a young 4th-year college student studying mine engineering. Along with studies, Kemal works at boats and raises money to support his family. He does not have a wealthy life, but he never complains about being poor. Neslihan Atagul, on the other hand, is a young and beautiful girl who comes from a rich family. She is a painter and enjoys her life by drawing different portraits. One day, in order to find different faces for her next exhibition, Nihan leaves behind her wealthy life and gets on a public bus. Meanwhile, Nihan and Kemal bump into each other out of pure coincidence. They both get attracted to each other. Nihan secretly draws Kemal's portrait while Kemal secretly watches Nihan. These 2 young persons fall in love with each other even though they come from different backgrounds. They find true love and want to get married as soon as possible. In Endless Love, Kara Sevda, TV series story, you will watch a pure love of rich girl and poor guy whose destinies are not written together. Later in 2018, Neslihan played the role of Bilge Koral in the series Dip. Dip is a story about Sahir, İlker Kaleli, who works for Istanbul police as a suicide preventer. He is a psychiatrist who talks with people who are on the verge of committing suicide and tries to prevent them committing suicide. After his wife Akin, Bayrak Tuzenatak, died 2 years ago, he dedicates his life for saving other people's lives. Sahil's life changes dramatically when he receives a mysterious phone call. He finds a woman who is about to jump from the bridge. Sahil saves the life of that woman Bilge, Neslihan Atagul, who is a mysterious scientist with full of secrets. Bilge is a genius woman who works as a physics teacher but writes computer codes at night. In the Deep Dip TV series story, you will watch the mysterious events related to defense technologies. In 2019, Neslihan earned a successful role in Seferin Kizi, the Ambassador's Daughter series, where we see the love story of Sankar Efyoglu and Nare. Sankar Efyoglu, Indian Accurate, is the son of a sharecropper who works at Mayor's Olive Groves. Sankar lives in a small cottage inside Olive Groves together with his family and works at Mayor's service. Nare, played by Neslihan Atagul, on the other hand, is the daughter of Ambassador. Due to her father's occupation, she travels a lot and lives in different countries like India, Japan, Norway, etc. throughout her life. Sankar and Nare fall in love with each other even though they come from different backgrounds and get married. Due to some clash, they both get separated for 8 years. After 8 years, they meet again, but this time Sankar became rich and became the owner of the olive groves at where his father works, and Nare, on the other hand, struggles with her daughter, which she had with Sankar. In short, The Ambassador's Daughter, Seferin Kizi, TV series story is about a legendary love between Sankar and Nare. Currently, Neslihan is portraying the role of Mesaide in the Turkish series Jessenin Yukunda. Poison Ivy, or Jessenin Yukunda, is a story of Mesaide, Neslihan Atagul, who is a young and beautiful girl who has studied psychology and has been working at a private company. Mesaide is not happy at her job and wants to become a healer, as like her father. She eventually gets her courage and quits her job and goes to Istanbul to attend a training course about healing. On her way to Istanbul, Mesaide bumps into a young man whose name is Ahmet Isik Sarp Dogulu. Ahmet comes from a wealthy family and falls in love with Mesaide at first sight. He seems to be very kind and understanding. However, Mesaide does not develop some feelings toward him, despite the fact that he seems to be perfect. Out of pure coincidence, she bumps into Ahmet's elder brother, Kazim, and inexplicably she is attracted to him. Kazim Isik, Kadir Dogulu, is a successful businessman who has everything he wants in life. He is married to Nermin, Tuba Ansel, who has some psychological problems. Kazim is a strong man who is betrayed all the time by his loved ones. He always feels that he all alone. Kazim bumps into Mesaide for the first time and finds her by his side at his weakest moment. He is attracted by her purity and energy. However, he wants to do his best to keep her away from his family. In short, Poison Ivy, Jessenin Yukunda, TV series story is about a young girl Mesaide who follows her heart and meets a successful businessman Kazim Isik. We hope you enjoyed today's video on the early life of Neslihan Atagul and her best series. If you're interested in discovering more about talented actresses in the Turkish television industry, be sure to check out our next video 10 series of Hande Erçel. Thank you for your support, and we will see you soon.